Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Gemini is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and to use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Gemini, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And there's the Death card. That's a very intense way to begin a reading. I'll say that. I think that is a very good omen. I think that is a positive sign. It is a very positive card. This is telling me that we're ready for change, that we're ready to manifest our future, that we're done with the past, right? That we are going with the flow of the universe. We are embracing change, even if it might feel a little difficult at times, right? Let's put this into some context. See, there we are with gusto. There we are with energy and enthusiasm. This is our ability to resist the kind of painful aspects of change, right? Because we know what change is leading us toward. We know that we are going to be manifesting our best life. And there's the doorway to the future there. Look at that. That is amazing. And we have some air energy. Oh, we have our 9 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the 2 of Wands. Very nice. Yeah, I think this is very good. We're going to select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card that we select from the Smith-Waite Tarot. We'll put Mr. Ed right there on top. And for that mystery card, now, at the end of the reading, we're going to see if it can tie everything together and, give us the confirmation that we need. And if at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card should be or is going to be, leave a comment in the comment section. Okay, I'm trying to make this channel a little bit more interactive. I feel like this is a good way for us to work on this together, to collectively raise our vibrations, collectively tap into our intuition, tap into the collective unconscious, tap into source, whatever you want to call it. And we'll see if over time, maybe we get better and better at intuiting that card. Okay, so any point during the reading, if you want to put that in, otherwise at the end, we'll have another opportunity. But first, a lot of major arcana, major, 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 and a major over here. We've got some fire. We've got some water. We have fire here too. We have some air and we have some earth. So it's fairly balanced in terms of the small cards, the minor arcana, the elemental configuration, and we have a really heavy influence of the major arcana here. Okay, so I feel like what's going on is, well, we want to get over here to the path of the serpent, right? We want to start manifesting our best life. We want to start living it. We want to feel secure. We want to continue to grow and learn and evolve and follow our will, our spirit, right? So we're starting with the Death card. And I think the Death card really is the process overall, the long term, the long distance process, right? This is a card that says you're ready to let things go that aren't serving you anymore. Okay? Bad ideas, bad friendships, bad relationships, whatever it is, right? Anything that's not helping you get to your best life is not for you. It's not for you. If the people in your life aren't supportive of you finding your bliss and evolving and growing as a spiritual being, as a human being, I don't think they're for you. So the Death card is really about those difficult choices that we have to make. And it's kind of like not much of a choice at all, right? Death just goes steadily on, right? Death is not in a rush. Death does not miss anything. So it's almost as if we don't really have a choice in the matter. We're flowing through time and space like everything else. So we can't really resist the process of change. We could either make it a little bit easier on ourselves or a little bit more difficult, but we can't really prevent it, right? Change happens. It's really the only thing we can be certain of. So I feel like we're ready to commit, right? We're ready to commit to this process of change. And I feel like that's what we're doing with the Prince of Wands here. The Prince of Wands is very committed. It's that fixed fire energy, right? It's fixed in its intention. I think this is the first of some new skills, perhaps, that maybe that's what the major arcana are doing here, are telling us the ways that we can make the process of change a little bit easier on ourselves, right? A little bit easier, less friction involved in this process. So I think the Prince of Wands here is talking about your commitment to this process of change. I wonder if there's something that you might be holding back, right? There's something that you're clinging to. Maybe the death energy is saying that you haven't fully committed to your path. There's something that's still kind of you don't want to let go of, or some part of yourself that you're not giving to this process, right? Now, this could be manifesting in terms of your career, your family situation, your personal, social life, your private life, your creative life, your spiritual life. All of these things are affected by it. But specifically, there's something that you're doing or something you're working on or some path that you're on. But it feels like maybe there's something that you are a little bit reluctant to either give up, to break free from, or part of yourself that is not fully committed yet, right? So I think these two cards together say that one way that you can make this easier, one way that you can manifest your best life is to be committed to the path. And that means let go of things that aren't serving you, and also means giving it your all, putting everything that you have into it, right? Not holding any particular thing back, right? I always feel like we need mind, body, and soul, right? We need that 3 of Wands, really, which we don't have. We have a 2 of Wands. Maybe the 2 of Wands is saying that, look, we've got 2 out of the 3, but we need the third thing, right? We need mind, body, soul. We need thinking, feeling, and doing, right? We need our brain, our heart, and our body to be fully invested, fully committed in this process of change. So I think the first way that we can make this a little easier is to fully commit, right? Fully commit. And now we're looking at this art or temperance card here. And this is, to me, this almost feels like a union, right? So this, I wonder if this is, as much as the death card is kind of talking about, let's let things go, let's immerse ourselves in this process, let's be fully committed. I wonder if the art or temperance card here is talking about joining forces, right? When we let go of what doesn't serve us, we need to unite with those things that empower us, those relationships, those employments, those habits, and those, the routines, whatever it is. Just as much as we let go of the negative, we have to attach ourselves to the positive. Those people in your life that encourage you, that inspire you. Music that inspires you. Film that inspires you. That makes you want to do more with yourself and grow and expand. This is the real perfect purpose of a team, right? And I think the art or temperance card here, I think if you rearrange some of those letters, you could spell team, right? We need to unite with those things that are going to be good for us, right? No one is an island. It's not just about letting go and stripping down and stripping away, but it's also about building up. And the team is there, whether it's a support system, maybe it's a team at work, maybe it's just the right kind of friends. They're there to encourage each other when someone starts to we got this, don't forget, we got an Eight of Cups down here. When somebody starts to feel a little bit dejected or pessimistic or a little bit down, the rest of the team is there to lift that person up, right? So we need that team. I think that might be the second very important way that we can manifest our best life, that we can make the process a little bit easier, right? There's Pudgy the cat to confirm that. He likes to be part of a team too. Because, there is this tendency to this Eight of Cups down here. This is underneath everything. It's maybe a little bit unconscious. This is the tendency that we have to get just a little bit pessimistic about things, right? We just get a little down when things, it's kind of an underlying sorrow when things don't really feel their best, right? We lose a little bit of heart. This is a tendency to see the glass as half empty, and it's got a crack in it, right? So this is maybe why we need this team. This is why we also need to get rid of the anti-team, right? Get rid of those energies that are maybe encouraging us or enabling us to get down into the bottom of the glass like this, rather than that team that is going to help to fill our cups back up, right? To renew our heart, to give us the feeling to go on, the heart to go on, right? Rather than those negative associations that kind of encourage this, right? I think that's very important. And there is major things happening in your life. Here's that eon, judgment, rebirth, reawakening, baptism by fire. It's a new beginning, but it's a difficult beginning, right? This is a doorway that we have to walk through, and it's a fiery doorway, right? It's a major thing, and you have to choose to walk through there. And the Two of Wands over here, this is all about choice, and the fixed fire energy with the Prince of Wands. This is about choosing to commit to this process. So we see the fire energy here is vitally important. And if you are burning bright enough, then this doorway won't feel so bad, so painful, right? It won't feel so warm. So, excuse my voice too, by the way. I was going to make my dad joke and say I am a little hoarse today, which I am almost every day now. Anyway, there is this doorway before you. I think your life is really going to start taking off, but we have to make these little changes. We have to make that commitment. We have to get the right team. And I think there's other things. I think there's this idea of learning too. We have the Princess of Swords. We've got the Hermit over here. And we have to make the choice. And I think the choice really is this fire energy. The choice to commit, the choice to move forward through this. And on the other side of this is the level up. This is the breakthrough, right? This is the breakout success. This is the new era for you, right? It's the Eon card. This card signifies that there is a new era dawning in your life, right? It is a new eon for you, which means all the rules are changed, the landscape has changed, the rituals have changed, right? It's something new, and we have to make the choice to go through this. And when we make that choice, the door closes. There's no going backward, just like the death card here. There's really no going backwards here. Death goes steadily on and is not in a hurry. It's going to get to everyone eventually. Right? So there's no rush here. But there's no reversal of this either. I mean, I guess you could make the argument, that there is. But for all intents and purposes, in this realm of manifested space and time, things are going forward, right? And once we go forward through this doorway, well, there's no going back, right? So here in the future, what do we have? Princess of Swords, right? Earth of Air. This, I think, is trying to learn new skills, perhaps, right? And maybe this is kind of talking about, especially with their proximity to that Hermit energy. I wonder if this is maybe the third way that we can ease our transition into our best life, right? That we can more easily go through this doorway and have this breakout success and manifest our best life. I think there are new skills that you have to learn, new tactics. If you're moving into a new eon, right, the old ways aren't going to work anymore. The old rituals, the old prayers, right? Not literally, right? Keep your prayers, keep your religion, keep your spirituality. But the methods that we apply to ourselves and to the world around us to bring about the energies that we're looking for, maybe we have to learn kind of new ways of doing it. It's kind of adapting to the new landscape now. You know, if you're here in a new world, well, you might need a different shade of sunglasses. You know, the temperature is going to be different. You might need a different jacket. You might have to learn different ways of thinking, speaking, communicating. Different ways, because this is swords, this is air, right? So I feel like it does have a lot to do with learning new skills, learning new ways to learn, really. New ways to absorb information, especially now. There's so much information out there, right? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, we are being bombarded with information. Even when we think we're sitting in silence, there's the Wi-Fi, there's the 5G, the 4G, the whatever's going on. There is information right here. If we could just pluck it out of the air, that would be amazing. And we sort of can, but we need something to filter that information, because right now it's just noise and chaos, right? So I think this is some of this Princess of Swords. It's kind of a filter. Learning new ways to assimilate information, but the right kind of information. Just like with our kind of our teamwork kind of thing, we need to be able to select the correct information, the correct skills, in order to achieve the wisdom, the sagely wisdom of this hermit energy. Okay. Let's go to the path of the serpent. 9 of Pentacles right off the bat. Perfect. See, through this work here, we're going to start seeing progress. We go through this doorway, we start learning, we think about what we need to let go, what we need to pull closer to us. We try to avoid this rather negative water energy. And we start seeing the visible signs of progress. This is something measurable, right? This is something that you can see. Now we have the other cat here too. So we had Pudgy for the path of the dove. We have TT for the path of the serpent. I think it's perfect. With the 9 of Pentacles, this is about seeing the gains, right? This is the result of all of this work. And you're getting a little bit of a taste of it to encourage you, right? Something to show you that, hey, look, you're on the right path. This is just kind of an echo, right, of what could be. This is just a little sampler platter of what this new life really has to offer. Now, here's TT to join us. She thought maybe I was giving her some treats with this 9 of Pentacles. But this is something that you'll be able to see and observe, something tangible, right? And because we're kind of in the theory over here, but now we're starting to see the results, okay? And this is the position of your general energy, so I think it is kind of what you are going to be experiencing. You're going to see the progress that you're making, right, toward this best life. This is someone who is generating their best life, who is living it. It is kind of happening, right? It's a function card, right? The function of manifesting that best life. Now the next card, the card of the environment, the card of timing, and this is interesting because we have a 4 of Pentacles and then the Hermit right above it. And I think we need to be careful here because the 4 of Pentacles is the illusion of stability. It's a temporary, impermanent stability. It may seem like, oh, we've succeeded, right? We've reached a plateau. We've reached a camp. We've reached some kind of a ledge on the mountain, and we may be tempted to stay here. Right? We may be tempted to stay here, especially when we get to the Hermit next, because the Hermit loves a hermitage. Right? The Hermit loves isolation. The Hermit wants to just kind of live here. It's not the top of the mountain, but it's nice here. It's isolated, it's stable, it's safe, it's secure. This is where we should be. Let's keep in mind that the hermit energy is in the position of what we don't want. So we need the wisdom, the sagely wisdom of the hermit, but we don't need any of the hermit's hermitness. We don't need any of its isolation. So when we get to the Four of Pentacles and we think, wow, I've really made some big improvements here. Things are looking really good. Let's keep climbing. Let's not let the hermit move in and say, yeah, this is good. Let's just stay here. The hermit is all about kind of assimilating knowledge and converting it to wisdom, right? Everything that the Princess of Swords takes in, that we filter it in, the hermit is that energy that then turns it into wisdom, that really assimilates it into your being to be used to further your path, okay? And that sort of work in itself can be rather isolating for various reasons. But if we keep this in mind, that we're embracing the hermit, we're embracing the kind of the distillation of knowledge, right, into wisdom. And we're avoiding the isolating tendencies of that, Then I think we're going to continue to make progress, and we get that Two of Wands at the very end. Now, the Two of Wands, I think, is perfect to be at the very end, because this is the choice. After all of this energy has been discussed, then comes the final card. Are you ready to do this? Right? Is now the time for you to do this? Well, maybe we're waiting for the third wand here. Maybe there is, like I said, something that you haven't let go of yet, something that you're holding back of yourself, something that you're like 99% committed here, but there's just one little tiny percent that you need to commit. Right? So maybe we're waiting for that one final percent. I think we should look at the mystery card now. What do you say? Now, this is the point in the reading where I'm going to ask you, if you want to play along, you don't have to play along. Thank you, Mr. Ed. I'm going to ask you to pause the video. And collectively, let's see if we can, again, raise our vibrations. Let's connect with our intuition. Let's see if we can figure out what this card is. Leave your answers in the comment section, right? I feel like this is a good exercise for us. I feel like this is kind of something that we can do as a group. And over time, we'll see that we get better and better at tapping into this energy. So I'm going to change the camera here. TT's going to play along too. And we're going to look at the images, the energies, try to connect. And if you want to pause the video, go ahead. And we'll see if we can figure out what this is. What that mystery card is. TT, what do you think it's going to be? What do you think it's going to be, TT? Well, she has a good idea. See, she thinks, and now I'm starting to think too, that it might be another Nine of Pentacles. Right? That the idea that we'll start to see progress, I think that is kind of convincing us to, yeah, let's do this, right? I don't really need faith, don't need too much trust. We don't see any of that kind of Jupiter energy around. What we do see is the need to see results. We need to see, that this is going to pan out, right? So I think we need another Nine, maybe some Earth energy generally, right? Maybe some Pentacles generally. So we'll go ahead and look. Aha. It's not the Nine of Pentacles, but the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is the picture of your best life. It's as if the future is sending you a postcard and says, hey, you could be here, right? And this, I think, is making you want to go ahead and buy the ticket, take the ride. Yeah. This is the picture of your best life. You got your pets, your plants, your people, whatever you want. This is usually the card where I'll say, okay, let's everybody think about this for a second. If you had to paint a picture or draw or whatever the picture of your best life. What would that picture look like? Right? What is your pets, plants, and people? What is your best life? What do you need? Right? What is the complete, like it's a 10, it's the complete picture. Absolute best life. What does it include? Well, that's what this is. Okay? So if we can answer that question and then start to see how, wow, we're getting there, right? That's going to give you the encouragement that you need, I think, to get this fire energy activated and start doing this. So let's not forget these different methods that we talked about. The commitment that we need, right? The allowing of things that don't serve us to fall away. The sense of creating our team, right? Our kind of spiritual team. And this idea of always learning, always being able to filter information and to assimilate it, distill it into wisdom. Yeah, I like that. I like it very much. I do. We're also going to do an extended reading, Gemini. If you want to stick around, click either above or below in the description box. New Gemini readings come out every Tuesday and Friday at 6 a.m. Chicago time. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and then you won't miss the next one. Okay? I want to thank you for watching this video all the way through until the end. That really does help out the algorithm. That in turn is good for the channel, and I appreciate that. I want to thank you for being here. And thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.